talking about a class contribution, and I said, "Oh, I cannot make the payment because my bank has issues."
Yeah.
And he goes on to the group chat to say, "This poor boy has started again."
Oh, it was probably joshing now. Give him a break. Maybe it was probably joshing.
But saying it amongst your friends
is one thing. So saying it on the class group.
To the class group to say, "This poor boy started again."
Probably has not been paying anytime there's a contribution.
We didn't even look at it from that angle. Well, just like, poor boy, that's not a friend. That's your enemy. That's juniors in your friend group. Hello everyone, welcome back to The Loop. I'm Toby, and on today's episode I have
Hakeem and Pevi.
Welcome to The Loop, guys.
Thank you very much.
So we're going to be talking about expectations and realities coming into the university setting. So I'm going to start with you, Hakeem. What is your biggest expectation coming to the university?
One of my biggest expectations coming here was, I assumed university is a place of liberal thinking, everybody's free.
Yeah.
But then again, coming down here, you find out there's a culture, there's a way people react to things, and in a sense, you have to live by some certain standards and constraints. So basically, you can't just be yourself.
So it's exactly what you expected.
It's not exactly. I expected a more liberal setting.
Yeah, I get you.
So basically,
one of my expectations was, I think everybody has an ideology of how a university is supposed to be before coming to university.
Definitely.
See, from movies and what we see outside. So coming to Landmark University, it is way different from the ideology I already had of a university.
It's not exactly what you planned. You came here and you're hit with reality. Yeah,
it's not fair.
I get that. Okay, so moving on, I have a few questions I'm going to be asking you. I want you to give me your honest.
All right, now that's what's up.
So the first question I have here is 5.0 CGPA or 5
Well,
do you mind telling us your department and majors?
Okay, that's EIE. So
EIE, electrical and
information engineering,
computer science.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 5.0 CGPA, 5 BTC.
5.0 CGPA or 5 BTC. It's weird because the idea is that living here, the overall goal is that you want to be employable. Everybody wants to be an employable person.
Yeah.
But then you live in a world where the edges are competition is slimmer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the edge that you had from higher grades and the whatnot doesn't really exist anymore. People need money and they need money fast.
Very fast.
5 BTC is a lot of money. That's $500,000 if I'm not mistaken.
I think maybe more.
Couple. I think 300 grand because the distance is 60. The distance is $60,000 now. I'm sure it's like 300 grand. So that's a lot of money. And who would turn down 400 million naira for a 5.0 CGPA when the chances of him being employable is not even certain? Except he's a nepo baby.
So down to the point, what would you pick?
5.0 BTG.
5.0 BTC.
I mean, 5 BTC. That's what's up.
How about you, 5
BTC?
I like that. 5 BTC. I mean, personally, for me, I'm like, a lot of lecturers that we have on campus, a lot of professors, a lot of doctors, and other people.
Exactly.
They have the 5.0 effect.
Exactly. One other thing is that when you're a student, your teacher is your mentor. You want to look up to him. And when you see that your teacher is not financially stable, it's a bad impression for what he has spent his life doing, academic-wise. 10, 15 years of your life doing academics. So coming out to see that he doesn't really have the means to survive is really weird.
He needs to survive.
5 BTC in the wrong hands is destructive. I mean, with your 5.0 CGP, obviously it means that you're capable, you're hardworking, all of that. It shows that you were able to put your life together without any handouts. But then given 5 BTC, not being able to manage it within a year, you can squander it.
Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah. For me, 5 BTC definitely.
5 BTC definitely. Anyway, we got.
Okay. Do you think true love can exist on campus?
True love.
I'll say true love can exist on campus, but not in this setting. I mean, private school setting. In the sense that, okay, in a private school setting, I don't think there is act of love between the male and female.
What do you mean by that?
Act of love in the sense that, okay, we are in a confined space.
Yeah.
I mean, every private school, you're always in a confined space. The rules don't allow you to show love to your other person in the sense that, okay, you can't take your woman out, you can't take your man out, you can't.
A lot of restrictions.
Yes, a lot of restrictions. So, and if you look into landmark university now, you see that everybody is repeating the same cycle. If you are, let's say you are in love with someone now, you have a boyfriend, you have a girlfriend, you are repeating the same cycle in the sense that okay, you come out from your hostel, you see your lover, you walk to the back of calf, you walk out of class. I mean, everything is the same thing every day. So yeah, but if you look at the setting in other universities, in other open campuses, I mean, you can take your woman out, you can, go on dates, you can go on vacations.
I mean, that's not easier to go and date to cafeteria.
That's
It's not good enough.
it's not good enough.
But I mean, like, I'd like to like clear out the air when you said private universities. I mean, I think you're mixing it like faith-based universities and private universities. There's a difference between some other private universities. You're allowed to leave campus, you're allowed to go out. The restriction you're talking about, it's faith-based universities.
Well, my own take on it is, can true love exist? We live in a society that everyone is very casual about things now. We live in a very casual time.
True.
The basis of love doesn't really have substance, especially in this day and age. I wouldn't really know about before, but in this day and age, everyone is young, everyone is attractive, everybody wants to explore. So, is it distant to chill with one person, or you can chill with three? Or chill with four, and that person can chill with four, and then it's branches and branches and branches of everybody being casual.
Okay, you have people that have gotten married to people that they met on campus.
Well, it happens though, but like the cases are rare.
Very rare.
Because the idea is that love is more than the feeling. I understand, yes, my guy, you want to take your girls out, you want to do all that stuff, you want to express your love. But love is deeper than all that. Yeah. It's deeper than all those silly ideals and whatnot. And most people don't really know what they want coming here, especially the fact that you're younger.
Yeah.
So if you don't know what you want, falls apart, basically.
The last question we have in this interactive session is, what is the biggest misconception, especially you, Pevi, comp science? I mean, everyone always believes comp science students are the most language students, the disorganized. I mean, it's a mix of it all. They're organized, they're disorganized, they're loud, they're quiet, all of this. What's the biggest misconception you get in the course?
Okay. Yeah, you said it already. Biggest misconception. Are you talking of like in landmark university?
Computer science generally.
Computer science in general.
Generally.
I think people think all computer science students are into tech. I think that's a big misconception. Not all of us are into tech. Most of us are just surface level students doing computer science for computer science.
I get it. Fair. How about you?
That's great for engineering. Coming here, I thought it would be simple, basic stuff, but it gets advanced every cycle, every level, and over time, the biggest misconception anyone will have is that we have it hard. Actually, we have it harder. It's a whole lot of stuff that you have to do. Basically,
the misconception is that it's hard.
It's actually harder than that. So people will think that, okay, if you want to be a real engineering student, you don't have time for anything else. If you want to get your 5.0, you don't have time for anything else. And that's the truth, basically.
Thank you. So moving on, we're going to be reacting to some certain tweets that I've seen online about university, people sharing their stories and whatnot. So I just want to get like an opinion from you guys. Alright, so the first tweet we have on here is, when did it hit you that your friend might actually hate you? And the first response on there is, she gave a nigga 1 billion chances and we had one fight and she cut me off immediately.
It depends.
Yeah.
The idea is that people have certain thresholds for other people. Sometimes people weigh people with value to life.
True.
The way I value, maybe hypothetically you, is not the same way I value my guy here. So you get the idea, and I give you some certain chances, and it just depends on people.
Definitely.
People are different all around, and that's the whole point of it.
Yeah.
So basically,
have you ever had a friend that eventually you realize person actually hated? It's not really a friend.
No, I've been blessed with picking friends.
So you're friends all okay. Next person here said, he hit me from the start. They didn't even hide it. The person didn't hate it.
Then how is he a friend, though?
You call such a person a friend?
I don't know.
That's wild.
That's weird.
That's actually very weird.
Actually.
Moving on, the next person says, we were talking about a class contribution, and I said, oh, I cannot make the payment because my bank has issues.
Yeah.
And he goes on to the group chat to say, this poor boy has started again.
Oh, it was probably joshing now. Give him a break. Maybe it was probably joshing.
I mean, saying it amongst your friends
is one thing. But saying it on the class group,
the class group, say this poor boy started a game.
Probably I'll not be paying anytime there's a contribution.
We didn't even look at it from that angle. Well, just like poor boy, that's not a friend. That's your enemy. That's junior to your friend group. Alright, so moving on, we have a few comments on here about friendships, about people sharing their experiences with people that they've met or people that they've lived with over the years. So we're going to start with the first one here, Austin. He says, this guy moved in and everything was fine for the first month. We agreed on how we're going to split bills, grocery, cleaning schedule, and everything except food. Then I started noticing my food disappearing. My chicken in the freezer, my rice, my gari, my ground oil, and everything. At first, I thought maybe I was miscounting, but then it became obvious when I bought a whole pack of Indomie, and 2 weeks later, there was just 5 left. He says, I don't even eat Indomie that much. Eventually, he goes on to meet the guy, and he's like, I've caught you red-handed because I don't eat Indomie that much, yet my Indomie is finishing. And you're the only one who has access to all the provisions in the house. And his guy goes on to say, guy, me and you, oh no, sorry, he goes on to say, me and you be guys now. Which one we say I steal your food? And he goes, and the other friend goes on to say, no, not TVB. So I changed the locks and kicked him out. What do you think about what's your perspective on a friend that steals?
It could be that guy was not even stealing. He was just living with. The idea is that there's a way boys live. Everything material wise is usually shared among themselves.
I mean, for me, if I'm to talk to my guys, I'm just like, alpha guy, I need to take this thing.
Exactly.
I
know some people that don't even ask.
Yeah,
they just take.
Yeah.
But like when it becomes like parasitic, when the person is just leeching on you, and you guys are not doing it both ways, then it's very weird.
Yeah. Compare this space.
Yeah, me, I feel like in this context, I don't think the guy stealing is their friend. I don't think they consider him as a friend because.
But I don't think they're friends. I think they're just roommates, housemates rather. They found each other, moved into the apartment together.
Okay.
So I don't think they're friends. But I'm just saying, like, what's your perspective on a fellow guy stealing from you? Have you ever experienced it?
I've not experienced it before. But at the end of the day, if your friend steals from you, that's very bad. It's very
like it depends on what you're taking. When you're stealing stuff as menial as that, shows that man, you can take anything. Honestly.
To be honest, honestly, if
you're taking my Indomie, it doesn't really matter. Honestly,
exactly.
Because I'm saying, I think it's different for other guys. But for me, if you're someone that lives with me, I'm comfortable enough to have you in my space. What is mine is yours. I mean, not everything.
Not everything.
Not everything. There are boundaries, obviously. But then
it's a natural kind of thing. I think that's the problem. It wasn't beneficial for
space anymore.
I feel like that's just it. He wanted him to leave. Alright, so the next person we have on here is is Halima. She says, you know those friends, those roommates who steal from you, but they don't steal the whole thing. Just a little bit, so you think you're going crazy. She says, that was my life. This girl is gaslighting me. This girl was gaslighting me. I'll buy drinks, and the next day it tastes water. Wait,
which she's
having somebody like she takes a portion of the drink and then she fills it with water.
1 liter Coke, you pour back the
Sorry, moving on. And then she says, my perfume level keeps dropping even before I use it. I want to remember when I bought perfume and I hadn't used it yet, but I noticed it was a quarter down the first day I wanted to use it. I went onto her room to ask her, have you ever used this perfume? And she was like, no, I'm allergic to the perfume. How did she know that she's allergic to the perfume? This is red-handed. She's been caught red-handed.
When you're using stuff, it's fine. Because with the way, personally, I look at things, and I feel like everybody should, is that things are just things. They can be replaced, no matter how expensive they are. But then when you're lying about it, though, that's a bit much. And when you're lying, I think that's the problem. The lying and the untrustworthiness.
I feel like she's the devil in disguise because how do you take my drink and fill it up with
water? Just tell me that it's a drink. That's evil.
That's bad.
The drink will not be diluted.
It's a good thing.
It just shows that people can be very difficult sometimes. Sometimes you just have to pick your poison and deal with it like that. Just manage. Particularly relationship wise, that's boy platonically. One girl, just me and my guys have gone through some really serious stuff.
I've been in a lot of relationships.
Sounds like you have a story to share with us.
Yeah, I've been in a lot of relationships, especially, and okay, there's just one story that would be interesting for me to share. So, there's this girl, she's a law student in Unilag.
Okay.
So I met her in my 200 level, I think. Towards the tail end of my 200 level, going into 300 level. So, I've known her for a while. About 5 years, you understand?
Should we give her a shout out?
No. So
Shut up.
when I was in landmark, so when I was in landmark university, we were not talking at all. So I went on IT, and for some reason, I think it was her birthday, and I just, for some reason, I don't know why, I just wished her hey, happy birthday. And also I was planning a date with my friends. I just wanted to have like a date with my friends because that's what I do.
Have some fun.
And when I want to have
wine.
I just go for dinner. You know, so I said, I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? Would you like to come for
This event, come chill with us.
Yeah, so it was kind of weird. You understand? I mean, someone you have not spoken to for how many years? You're just texting the person like, oh, can you come?
It's beautiful.
She was like, nah, she's not sure. I don't told her that, oh, I understand that it is weird and I don't understand, but like, we can talk. So that, okay, you know that I'm not trying to kidnap you. You understand? So we're talking.
Yeah.
So I found out that, okay, anytime I'm going to my placement where I do my IT, I found out that every morning I'm texting now. And it applied the same for her too because she was also doing her IT.
Yeah.
So anytime she's going in the morning, I'm going in the morning.
You guys got really close like that.
Yeah, we got really close.
You guys were like responding the same energy.
The same energy and all. So we met. I bought the dress and all of this.
You bought the dress?
Yeah, I bought the dress.
Wow.
Yeah,
intentional man.
Yeah, I bought the dress.
No, that's an intentional one. You bought the dress. I like that.
Yeah, I bought the dress. And while I was talking to her, I was not attracted to her anyway. Probably just mentally.
Yeah.
I understand. So we went for the date, and when I saw her physically, she was looking very, very good. Very, very good. And like it was a nice date and all. And
sorry, was that the first time you had met her physically?
No, that was not the first time. I remember I met her in
Oh, okay, yeah, just right. My bad.
So the date was really, really nice. Really nice date, you understand? We ate, we talked and everything. And I go back home and I opened my phone and I saw a lot of messages. Oh, you looked good. You looked this and that.
She feel the boy now. She feel the boy.
And I remember I went to have a shower. So I'm like, okay, baby, do you actually like this girl? Or you just like the fact that she looks good? Do you like the fact that you can show out to your friend that, hey, guy, I get this by the day.
You understand? Yeah.
So at that place where I was having my bath at the bedroom, I'm like, man, you don't like this girl. But I concluded that, okay, I can grow feelings. So she was the kind of person that I had to open my heart to because
be vulnerable.
I'm vulnerable because for my past relationship, I already closed up and like, oh, I'm not doing
that again.
Yeah. So she was the kind of person that I had to open my heart to and like, okay, let's talk more. And so we're talking, and while we're talking, they're going out on more dates.
So you see, you understand,
we're going out on more dates.
More.
So basically, we're going out on dates. We're already in a relationship. You understand? Yeah. So I came back to Landmark University.
Yeah. And then the distance.
Exactly.
And then the distance.
Genesis of the problem initially.
They don't allow phones here.
Yeah.
You understand?
Right.
iPod and everything. And I think when I came back, I don't think I had an approach there. So communication was just hard.
There's a barrier.
Generally, you understand? And she went back to school too. And she's a student. She has school. And she's actually a smart student.
Yeah.
You understand? So she
reading to it. That's reading wise and studying.
Yeah, so she went back to school and like she was doing all the stuff. And me too. Landmark activities too. Waking up early, going for classes, chapel and all those things. You can't be like when I'm at home and like, hey,
you're free all the time.
So I wake up in the morning and I'm like, hey, I just woke up, stuff like that. So I was not doing all of those things. So either she's complaining of the communication or I'm the one complaining about
there's
the communication.
Some friction there.
So everything, all we started having arguments.
Yeah.
But all the arguments is based on the fact that it was
Distant.
yeah. It ended in a very bad way. I think the day we were going back, she just dropped in saying, she's
no longer interested.
Now, what I want to draw from all of this is that there's a difference between love and lust.
Definitely.
You understand?
Oh,
So,
definitely.
why?
There's an attraction of like the physical body, but there's
because
no real connection.
Yeah.
Attachment.
So, me, when I started getting into her, I fell in love with her and I was ready to do any more. You understand? So, but what from my own end, the way I'm seeing is that the way I'm seeing it from my own end is that I don't think she was in love with him. I think she was just lost.
Or maybe she was attracted to the fact that, the boy guy, the boy is dressed and
that's lost.
And another thing I just want to point out is that women, respectfully, I don't want to sound anything, but like on average, when you're judging relations from a woman's perspective, it's always like women have these unattainable ideals of people. They have these standards they set for you. And yes, we don't play a good game to set standards for ourselves. But women have these unattainable ideals that they set for you. You must be this, you must be that. And when those ideals don't seem to check out, because obviously every woman likes a man that's confident, good looking. But then when you get to know people, you realize that there's so much deeper than those layers. You get to see the vulnerability, like the one you shared with her. And then coming into that, those ideals will start to fall, because ideals are unrealistic. And I feel like that's where most women judge relationships from an ideal point of view. So should have probably seen, okay, this guy was attractive, looking at the first time, and then later on, when she saw that you open up
on what you want first when you meet a person,
and be committed. Big niggas don't just in that committed, but you were willing to stay committed, but that nigga wasn't.
And then moving forward now, do you and her still talk? Do you check up on each other? You guys are done.
I'm done.
I mean, I've had a very crazy experience. Something very similar to what you just said. I mean, we're close. I got to school. I mean, my course is really rigorous, so I'm usually studying. I have lab work. I have a lot of things I'm doing. I'm civil engineering, by the way. And we created some distance between us, and she was complaining about how we weren't talking as much as we used to before. And obviously, at some point, we stopped talking. We stopped checking up on each other and all of that, because first off, time difference was crazy. She's
in another country.
Yeah, she's in Canada, and the time difference was crazy. And I didn't get why she was complaining at first, because when I'm awake, you're asleep. Am I supposed to stay up to talk to you? So, there was a lot of hassle between us. We're not talking as much as before, and then eventually we stopped talking. Or as the bad man that I am, I went there for her birthday, and I see you. I went back.
Sharp guy. We were looking for the birthday angle,
bro.
Or the anniversary angle.
All the feelings came back immediately. And we, for like, her birthday's a month before mine. Her birthday's in April, mine is in May.
Okay.
And the time between her birthday and mine, we're talking 24/7. I mean, I'm never meant to lie. I was seeing up place for her. I was still talking to her and all of that, and we got close again. But then the distance factor happened again. Eventually, we stopped talking.
I don't know. I'm not going to say something like, I'm going to sound like as if I know. But then, from the distance side, I feel like the couple just needs to have an overall vision of where they want to be.
Yeah.
Maybe, at the end of the day, it will sound cliche, but like, I want to advance the relationship with this person. Like, take it to the next level. I feel like when there's a vision like that, the couple really knows where they're going, despite the fact that long distance affects everybody.
It does.
You're not a dictionary, you can't come up with, you can't be interested every time.
Definitely.
So, at the end of the day,
it just depends on the man.
Exactly.
Long distance.
But quick question, do you think you can do long distance?
From my experiences, I don't think.
How are you, Hakeem?
I don't have any experiences of a solid long distance relationship.
What do you think?
Then again, relationship is compromise. Then again, relationship is compromise.
True.
You have to be a good person. And the idea is that we're all learning, trying to be better people. And the long distance relationship is the biggest test of all, at least one that I'm thinking of. So maybe, hopefully, if God puts me in that situation. If it doesn't, then I'm unfortunate.
I mean, like, rounding it up, I feel like a lot of the barriers that people face in long distance relationships here have to do with like internet access, certain limitations to how your online presence can be felt.
We're all school culture too.
Yeah.
We spend a lot of time doing school stuff.
True. I mean, which is what we're here to do.
Exactly. And I see Christian mission school, so we attend chapel often.
Yeah,
and
true.
making time for those relationships to people outside this environment might seem a bit
It's tasking. Exactly. It's tasking. Distraction.
So
What do you think?
Yeah, having to explain to your person as well. I'm ready to talk to you by this time. So a lot of work.
It's kind of like in ice age, you know. You have to schedule it before, like, okay,
Honestly.
by 6 p.m. I'll go to this settings
I
floor
have to
so I
talk
can
to
connect
this
to the
person for 30
internet.
minutes, honestly.
And then you understand. Or it's even crazy, even like people that are here, like you want to meet someone and
Exactly.
you have to plan ahead, like, oh, I have to text this person before.
Honestly.
It's like the person
Tell
send you a
them to let them know that it's
and
going to be this thing.
or you want to go to
You are looking for someone.
And the conversations will feel
You
so
walk
forced and fast.
real.
Like it's hi, hello, how are you doing? Boom, boom.
I mean, sometimes it's almost as if we're using birds to send you messages because it's just like I want to meet my girlfriend by 6 p.m. But I didn't text like 4-5 days. There's no issue.
Have you seen this person?
Have you seen this person? Can you hear me call? Please go ahead.
C201.
I know it's crazy. It's crazy. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in to the loop today. I hope you guys had a good time. It was really good having you guys on the show, Hakeem and Pevi.
Yeah.
I hope to see you guys soon again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming. Thank you. All right, see you guys later. Bye.